There we go. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a weekly vlog. I have kind of an exciting week ahead and I would love to take you along with me. Lots of to-dos this week. So on Wednesday, I have an author visit with Claire Swinarski, who's the author of What Happened to Rachel Riley. So I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of how we figure out our author visits, what we do beforehand and during, and how everything basically goes. So for the author visit, I'm going to be sending some reminder emails to the educators who are signed up, to the author, Claire Swinarski, and I'm going to be ordering some books to send to the educators and the schools attending. We order all our books for the author visits from Old Town Books in Alexandria, Virginia. I love their children's section. I love Melissa, who is their children's books buyer. She's at the Book Mommy on Instagram. You can follow her. She has lots of recommendations for kids. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the author visits. And then I also have a deadline for my freelance writing work. I have an article to turn in for Kit, which is the company that I write for. So I'm working on that. I've already started working on that. I'm going to be finishing that this week, hopefully before Wednesday. So that's like my main task for today, which is Monday. That's like the big thing I'm doing this week. And then I have to edit a YouTube video. I have a video about graphic novels coming out later this week. So I'm going to be editing that as well. I've already filmed, thank goodness. I just have to edit the video and get it up by Friday, on or before Friday. So I'm going to work on that. So those are my main tasks besides just like creating content for my blog, creating content for Instagram. This morning, I already scheduled an Instagram post and I already published a blog post about our gift guide for ages 6 to 8. So those will be going up today, but I have a bunch of other posts I need to work on. But yes, I just had breakfast. I finished the most pressing tasks this morning, so I'm going to go get cleaned up and then get to work officially. But I am excited to bring you along for this vlog for the week. Let's have a good week. I'm officially at my desk and ready to start working. So I'm creating a kind of to-do list for myself. I feel like that helps me stay accountable. So today I want to do some work on my Kit's article. I'm going to try to see if I can write a very rough draft so that I have something to clean up tomorrow and then submit hopefully before my deadline on Wednesday. And then I'm hoping to also get started on the discussion guide for Take It From the Top, which is Claire Swinarski's latest middle grade book. And then my final item on my to-do list, if I have the time and energy, would be to prep my blog post for tomorrow, which is a read-alike post for books like Allergic by Megan Wagner Lloyd and Michelle Nutter. So those are my 3 most important to-dos, and I'm saying this because I'm the kind of person who gets carried away doing the things that she likes, but not actually the things that need to be done. So like I could have this to-do list and then just find myself editing a video or working, brainstorming book lists or doing something completely not urgent for the day. So I'm going to try to stay on track with these 3 items and I'll check back in later and let you know how it's going. Hi, so I'm taking a quick little break to update my Storygraph. I've read a lot of books in the last maybe 5 days and I have not been updating. Normally I have a whole like setup for like updating my reads, and then I have a spreadsheet where I put in the reviews so that I can remember everything I need to remember about every book I'm reading. I've kind of slacked on that in the last couple of months, so I'm going to do that not today, but I'll update the spreadsheet probably over the holidays in December because I'm going to have some more time on my hands then. But I'm still updating Storygraph. That's like a good place where I drop everything I've read and then I can come back and write full reviews in my spreadsheet. So let's update Storygraph. If you were wondering, yes, this is a private Storygraph account. I don't share it with the general populace because I share my reading recaps with my Patreon community, so it's kind of for them and for them only. So I'm going to try to remember. Starting from this morning, I finished Petra Luna. I was like 80% of the way done, so I kind of had an idea how the story would go. But I wrapped it up today. What is that called? The Barefoot Dreams of Petra Luna. Yes. Oh, it's so annoying when like a book doesn't have enough information on... Oh, this is so bad. This book has been out for like ever. So now I'm gonna have to do the Lord's work. Oh, I think it's Barefoot Dreams. I wonder if there's one with the right name. Barefoot Dreams of... There we go. So I didn't have to do the work. Thank goodness. Oh, and it's number 1. I wonder if there's gonna be another book in the series. I didn't know this. I could have looked out for it. Okay, so I did the audiobook. I'm gonna mark that as read and add my read date. So I also use Goodreads, but my favorite thing about Storygraph is they have all these cool like stats. I prefer their stats to Goodreads, which I feel like is kind of basic, and they have a prettier interface anyway. My Goodreads is public. Goodreads account is public, so you can check that out if you would like. I'm gonna add a link to that below. So far this year, I've done 188 books. Well, so far recorded, which is good. I feel like I'm kind of slowing down toward the end of the year, but I'm excited to see where I end up. I also finished an early graphic novel this morning, which I read on my Kindle, and I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like, it was a detective, just a second. I think I shared it in a reel that I just made. Let's see. So this is my reel about like, oh, there we go, Detective Beans and the Case of the Missing Hat. That's insane that I forgot the title. I knew it was Detective Beans, but I didn't figure out the rest of it. So I'm gonna add that. So this is a chapter book I actually thought was like gonna be like maybe a 50 to 80 pager, but it ended up being like over 200 pages, 208 pages. It's good for like 3rd graders, and it's actually like the mystery is actually mysterious. It's low stakes, but there's actually a mystery, and I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna add that. First of all, I need to check the additions. I want my stats to be like correct, so I'm checking. Please have digital. No. Why would you have 2 paperback? Like, who does this? Now I have to add like another edition. 208 pages. Manually added to the database. These are like the fun things I do with my life. Fiction, edition format, digital. I'm going to show you why this is really important to me, because I really want to know what's happening with... So my Goodreads is not up to date, so that's why it says 80 books here. I only put things on Goodreads that I want everybody to see. And of course, some books that are not on Storygraph. Oh, this is cool. It has so many great ratings here. So it's published October 15, 2024. Come on, October 15. For a new release, it's doing pretty well on Goodreads. I'm happy about that because I just recommended it. And the thing I'm doing these days is like recommending a book, trying to form my own opinions of a book before I check like Goodreads or Amazon or anything like that. I think it's been helping me gain more confidence because I'm always still like trying to make sure that a book is going to be like the best choice for a particular reader. So I need to like get more confident in my own opinions. Yes, so my read date is set to today. I think I should already have done Welcome to the Wolfmore. I'm gonna double check. Yes, I already added that. Yeah, I think those are the 2 books that I need to add. Yeah, that's all my storygraphing for today. That brings me to 189 books, which I think is pretty cool. I keep feeling like I've read something that has not been recorded. Ugh. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. But basically, I love these little stats, like number of pages, number of hours spent. So I have to make sure I'm recording like audiobooks, recording the correct format, because I really want an accurate report at the end of the year. And then it tells you like the pace of the books that you're reading. So I don't like slow-paced books, and you can see books that people say are slow. I've read only like 7 of those kinds of books, and then most of my books are like fast or medium paced. So whatever I recommend to you, you can be sure that it's not going to be a slow book, because if it's slow, I probably didn't finish it. And then I don't read many long books. You'll see that only 24% of my reading has been more than 300 pages. Most of the stuff I read is under 300 pages, which thank goodness, because nobody has time for crazy long books. Anyway, audiobook length. I'm a little braver with audiobooks, as you can see. I'm happy to spend some more time if it's like a good story in my ears. And of course, I still do my short books on audio. And then I read a lot more fiction than nonfiction. Look at that tiny slice of the pie. Only 6 books nonfiction this year. And then I read largely middle grade, 117. And then some young adults, 33. And then graphic novels, all of that stuff. And then format, which I love. Also, I've read a lot more Erin Entrada Kelly books this year, and Gordon Corman, 2 books. These are the authors that I've read like multiple of their books this year. Very interesting to note. Then I also want to take a closer look at the format. Oops. So I don't do a lot of print reading, despite having so many books. I read mostly digitally and on audio. Very close race here, we see. I love these numbers, in case you can't tell, I'm like really nerding out. But yeah, that's why I love Storygraph, because Goodreads is not going to tell me this. So 2 books don't have a format. I'm going to look into that and make sure I fix it. And of course, English language. And then I love seeing like how my reading is going throughout the months. Some months are higher, some months are lower. I don't rate on Storygraph because I'm trying to keep my account private. I don't review publicly. So most of these are like the 1 or 2 books I've rated since I started. Yeah, very cool. And then another thing I like is seeing like the monthly wrap-up graphics. So far in November, I want to show you just an example. I've read 10 books this month. That's pretty good. Today's the 18th of November. So it's going to generate this graphic for me, which I'm excited to see. There we go. It's so cool. So it's like 10 books, 973 pages, 22.47 hours. That's amazing. And then first, middle, last. Since I don't do ratings, that's what it's showing me. Average book length, 212 pages. Middle grade children's comics. I've read a lot of graphic novels this month. And then digital, audio, print. I love it. Yes, so that's my love story with Storygraph. I love using it, especially for tracking my own books personally. Anyway, it's time to go make lunch, and then we'll come back to work. My messy first draft is done, and as I predicted, I am a bit tired, but it's just about 5 p.m., so I'm gonna try to push and start working on the discussion guide for Take It From the Top, and we'll see how far I can go. I actually feel like editing a video right now. Like, I'm very excited to just like get to editing my YouTube video for Friday, but I'm going to exercise some restraint and start working on the discussion guide. I need to find my Kindle because all my notes are on my Kindle. The book actually comes out tomorrow, so all the notes I made are on the advanced reader copy, which makes it a bit challenging to get like final page numbers and everything. But I pre-ordered the book, so I'm gonna see how I can work around that. Maybe I'll just use like chapters instead of like official page numbers that I usually do in my discussion guides. But yeah, so far it's shaped up to be a really productive day. The only thing I didn't do was laundry, but I think I might be able to squeeze that in tomorrow. Yes, so let's try to do one last push before the end of the workday. So I'm realizing that I probably can't work on the discussion guide until I have the final copy of the book. Technically, you're not allowed to quote from an advanced reader copy, and I would need to quote from the discussion, like quote from the book for the discussion guide. So, I mean, I know nobody's gonna catch me or anything, but I just want to like do it the right way. And honestly, like doing this from my Kindle is so challenging. Like, yeah, I need to have the physical copy of the book in my hands. So I'm gonna have to like give a heads up to the educators that are expecting this, that it's gonna be a little later. My copy of the book is supposed to come at the end of November, which is like 10 days after the author visit. So that's a different experience than what we're used to. But my hands are kind of tied, so I just have to wait to get the copy of the book, and then I can finalize the discussion guide. It's easier to just like see the questions in the electronic advanced reader copy and then like find the chapter and get the correct references for everything that I need. So yeah, that's that. In the meantime, I'm gonna go edit the video since I wanted to do that, and yeah, probably gonna do that for like 30 minutes or so and then round up for the day. I'm gonna keep thinking about this discussion guide, trying to figure out if there's like an easier way to work with my Kindle. I wanted to do it on my iPad, which I think has like a better screen and it's like more responsive, but the book just wouldn't download on my iPad. I have no idea why. Yeah, I'll think of something. I will keep you posted. In typical obsessive fashion, I spent the last maybe 4 hours editing the video. I'm done with most of it. I just have to do a little post-production, add some music, and now I'm scrambling to get my Instagram post up. So here goes. I'm officially tired. I have spent like the entire day on this video, so I'm going to send off a reminder email about tomorrow's author visit, and then later in the evening when we get back home, I'm going to finish up my ConvertKit article, do like an edit on it, and then try to send it off first thing tomorrow morning. So let's get that email in, and I'll see you in a bit. I just got back, and today is school visit day. I have a few things I need to do before the school visit. So first up, I need to send an email to the author, just as a quick reminder. I also want to send another email to the educators, another quick reminder. It's almost noon here, and the visit is 5 p.m. my time, so I have about 5 hours. I need to finish up my kit article, which I didn't touch yesterday, so I need to go back to it, do some quick edits, and finalize it, and then send it off to my editor. Hopefully she likes it and everything goes well. And then I also need to find a style because I'm attending a wedding in December, and I need to figure out like a style so that I can send it off to my friend who's going to make my dress. And what else do I need to do? I need to post on social media, on Instagram. I think that's about it. And then like psychologically prepare myself for a school visit. I still get a little anxious on those, but I'm very excited about this one because I'm excited about the author, and also we got lots of questions from kids, from the students attending, so I have lots to discuss with her, which makes it very exciting. So yeah, let's get started on that to-do list. And because I'm so busy this afternoon, I'm just going to order a pizza for lunch so that I don't have to think about food, and then I can worry about dinner later. I'm looking forward to winding down this evening with some Smart Money Woman, and yeah, I think that's going to be a great day. I'm just checking if there's more dust coming in, but yeah, I'll see you soon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please, I'm calling to order a pizza, the family size pepperoni, thin crust.
Coming for pickup or delivery, please?
Delivery, please.
To which location? Alright, is that all for your order, please?
Yes, I also like some drinks. I don't know what you have.
We sell bottle Coke, bottle Sprite, bottle Fanta.
Okay. Can I have 2 bottles of Fanta and 2 bottles of Coke, please?
Okay, 2 bottles of Fanta, 2 bottles of Coke.
Yes, please.
Alright, is that all for your order, please?
Yes, that will be all.
Alright, what's your name, please?
Afoma.
Afoma.
Yes.
Alright, please text me your address over this line so that I'll text you the bill for the payment.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
아직도 난 격이 흐릿하게 또 의미하게 나의 아니 자주 난 어제 일처럼 선명하게 나의 너의 흔적 없지만 있는 것 같아 일상 속에
Always a little butterfly inducing, but we are in. I am sharing my screen, and we're waiting. It's now 4:47, so we have about 12 or 13 minutes before we start. So, yay, I'm excited.
먼저 그 색깔이 바래져서 떠났지만 여전히 머물러 날 잡아주는 다가가도 멀게만 느껴져 I just wanna be
Why? Because to follow your dreams, you need to be like Aowen, the main character in Take It From the Top. Maybe that dream is being an actress like Aowen, or a writer like me, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something completely this new girl, and then the whole school knows something she doesn't know. And I just, again, it came down to that visualization of what does a lunchroom look like. And there is always that one kid, or two kids, or three kids who are like alone, who just don't have anyone to sit with. And why is that? Like, why do we have such a hard time sometimes welcoming people in? So I think that those ideas kind of just came together, and the character of Rachel just kind of burst into my brain. Sometimes
we just had a lovely author visit. I always get so like hyped about these, and I'm happy that I'm not as nervous as I was for the first one. Like with every visit, I'm like less nervous, which is very good. So now I'm doing like the end of visit things. I've posted on Instagram. I like to post right after when like my hype is high. And then I have sent an email to the author thanking her for her time. We also have an author satisfaction survey that we like to send to authors after every visit so we can get like some feedback, see ways we can improve the visit. And then I'm gonna also send a satisfaction survey to the educators. And after that, I'm going to send them the Zoom video, because some authors allow us to record their visits, and so we get to send the recording to the schools, the attending schools. So that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of my workflow after every visit. And then once all of that is done, I'm pretty much done. I can close the agenda. I can close the workflow, close the loop on that visit. And I'm very happy. This was such a great visit. I think I've done a good job at picking authors with like a really like lovable personality, authors who are like honest and happy to share things with the kids. And it's always so fun when that happens. So all done. All done.
I just wanna be remembered. 너의 잔상 속에 살면서, oh yeah. I just wanna be with you right now. 너의 기억 속에 남아서, I just wanna be with you, babe. I just 남겨진 향기 가끔 내 방안을 채워도 여기저기에 숨어 있어 내 맘 곳곳에서 yeah. 너의 의자에 남아있는 온기를 느껴 때때로 먼지 덮인 그 잔들이 시간을 멈춰 떠났지만 여전히 머물러 날 잡아주는 너 다가가도